You're out here draining your savings to fund your business and calling it discipline. And the wealthy are laughing at you because they figured out a long time ago that the bank was building to carry the risk you keep volunteering for. You think paying for everything out of your pocket makes you responsible. It doesn't. It makes you slow. It makes you fragile. And it makes you the only person at the table with everything to lose. I've moved over $323 million in capital for more than 200 businesses. And I'm gonna show you the rules the rich actually play by. The ones nobody taught you, because nobody around you knew them either. Somebody told you debt is dangerous and debt-free is the goal. And you believed it because the person saying it sounded responsible. That advice was built for consumers who can't control themselves with a credit card, and you took it into the boardroom like it was a strategy. Here's the truth nobody says out loud. You don't have an income problem. You have a leverage problem. You've been grinding for years thinking the next level comes from working harder. When people above you stopped using their own money entirely and started renting the banks. And listen, you're not stupid for believing it. You got lied to. The whole system is set up to teach you how to be a good borrower for a car you can't afford, and never how to be a good borrower for an asset that pays you. Hustle is a phase, leverage is a lifestyle. Watch how the wealthy actually move. When they buy a business or open a location, the first question is never, how much do I have? It's, who's carrying the risk with me? The bank exists to hold the risk. It's literally the product. The wealthy keep their own cash liquid, put the bank's money into the deal, and if it goes sideways, their savings are still sitting there untouched while the structure absorbs a hit. Meanwhile, you put your kid's college fund into your business because you were too proud to fill out an application. And now every bad month is a personal emergency. That's not noble, that's bad structure. And it keeps costing you sleep and money. Your savings account has a number in it, and that number is your ceiling. If you've got 80 grand saved, you can do an $80,000 move. And then you're done. You sit on the sidelines for 2 years, rebuilding while the market moves without you. The bank's money, it doesn't have a ceiling. This is the capital rung on the ladder of leverage. Labor, then capital, then code, then attention. And most of you are still stuck on rung one, trading hours for dollars, wondering why nothing scales. Let me make it concrete. I had a client, credit was decent, business was real, but he'd been funding inventory out of his own pocket for 3 years and growing 10% a year. Restructured his file, got him $310,000 in funding, and he did more revenue in the next 12 months than the 3 years before combined. Same guy, same business, same work ethic. The only thing that changed was whose money was in the machine. This is the part that should piss you off. The whole financial system is tilted towards the people who use other people's money, and nobody handed you the memo. Interest on business debt is deductible. The IRS, the 3 letters in the back of the jacket, literally subsidize your leverage. Inflation eats cash, which means while the dollars you borrowed get paid back cheaper than you got them. And the SBA will guarantee up to 90% of your loan to buy a cash flowing business, which means the government itself is co-signing your come up, and you're still scared of a fucking application. Donald Trump was $900 million in personal debt and came all the way back. 50 Cent went bankrupt and rebuilt. The wealthy lose other people's money, restructure, and keep playing while you're terrified of a $40,000 credit line. Different rule books, and you're reading the wrong one. So how do you switch sides? You don't start asking for money. You start by becoming the kind of file a bank says yes to. First, build a lending-ready identity before you need the money. Separate the business from yourself the right way. Real entity, real banking, real financials. Your first dollar of OPM is psychological. It's the moment you stop thinking like an employee with an LLC. Second, fix what the bank reads. Most of you look broke on paper because your accountant optimized you to death for taxes. That add backs, depreciation, amortization, interest, owner's compensation get added back so the lender sees the profit you actually pull. Same business, completely different file. Third, understand that banks fund blueprints, not FICO scores. The SBA approves 500 credit scores all the time when the projections are real and the structure is right. Come to the table with a plan because that's what gets funded. And once you're in, the holy grail is a deal where the asset pays for itself on its own purchase. A business whose cash flow covers the note that they bought. That's when money stops being a bottleneck and the strategy becomes the only limit. Let me give you the hard part, because mechanics are useless without this. Give a broke mentality $1 million and all you've bought is more expensive failure. If you're still flexing gross revenue while your net is bleeding, if you saw the first real profit and bought a watch instead of an asset, OPM will just help you go broke faster. The $30,000 millionaire with the rented Lambo doesn't need leverage. he needs a fucking mirror. Your mindset controls everything. The wealthy think in decades while you're panicking over a Tuesday. Fix the way you see money first, and then go get the banks. If this opened your eyes, comment OPM, and I'll send you the breakdown on exactly how to structure your business so the bank says yes. And subscribe, because I'm done watching good operators stay small over rules nobody taught them. Stay focused and stay dangerous.